everybody, this is Domingo Hero Network, and today's Yu-Gi-Oh video I'm going to be doing, guys, I am going to do a discussion video. I'm going to discuss the new hero support. Yes, we actually got new hero support in the year 2022, and that puts a smile on my face. You guys know how much I'm a big fan of heroes, and also there's 9 new support. So there's one hero fusion card, as you can see right here, is going to be coming out in the History Archery Collection, and the other 8 cards are going to come out together in another set, which I'll get to those in a moment. Of course, we're going to talk about all these cards. So there's 9 new support. So one of them is going to be coming out in this set right here, History Collection OCG. The other 8 is coming out in a different set, also coming out in OCG. And we should be getting these cards in the next couple months in the TCG later on. So let's not waste any time. So let's get this started. So here we go. So the first cards that we're going to talk about. Now this is the only card, the only hero that's going to be coming out in this set. It's called History Archery Collection. It's going to be coming out February 19, 2022 in the OCG. We should get this card in the TCG in the next couple months. But so yeah, this is a fusion card. We got a new fusion card. This is called Wake Up Your Elemental Hero. So Wake Up Your Elemental Hero is a level 10 light attribute warrior fusion effect monster, 2500 attack, 2100 defense, and its fusion materials require 1 elemental hero fusion monster plus 1+ warrior monsters. This card cannot be special summoned except by fusion summoning. So the 1+ means you can use like more other warriors more than once as fusion materials. Basically, that's why it says 1+. And it has 3 effects. First effect says this card gains 300 attack points for each of its materials, and it can attack monsters during each battle phase up to the number of fusion materials used as materials. The fusion monsters used as the materials. Second effect, at the start of the damage step, in which this card battles a monster, destroy that monster, and if you do, inflict damage to your opponent equal to its original attack points. And third effect says, if this fusion summoning card is destroyed, you can special summon 1 warrior monster from your hand or deck. So wow, this card is actually pretty good. You know, I actually like this fusion card. So this is a really good fusion. I think this deck is pretty good. I think maybe if you play like a pure elemental hero fusion warrior based deck, you know. But I will say, will this deck could be good like in, you know, like in a hero deck, you know, when you mix it up with the elemental heroes and other stuff. It could be, but the thing is, but the only thing I gotta say, the fusion material requires 1 elemental hero fusion monster. You know, if it would have said 1 elemental hero, that would have been better. So yeah, but I feel like this is more good for like the elemental heroes. You know, a pure elemental hero based deck thing. But the card is still pretty good though. The effect is still pretty good. You know, this card getting 300 attack for each of its materials, and then attack each monster during the battle phase up to the number of fusion materials. That is actually pretty cool. So that's why the fusion materials, you know, 1+ warrior monster. So that means if you fuse, you know, if you fuse an elemental hero fusion monster, and then let's say you fuse like 4 warrior monsters, it can attack up to 5 other monsters 5 times during each battle phase. And of course, it gains 300 attack points for each of those materials as well. So that's like, you know, like 1,500 attack points, you know, with the fusion. So that's actually pretty good. Second effect is pretty good. You know, start a damage that battles a monster, automatically destroys it, and then inflict damage equal to the original attack points that monster. That's good. And then the third effect is also pretty good as well. You know, if it gets destroyed, you know, especially summon a warrior monster from your hand or deck, which is pretty cool, especially in the deck. Like you can summon out your Shadow Mist, your Stratos, and you can trigger their effects, and so that's actually pretty good. Alright guys, so now we're going to move on to the other 8 elemental hero cards. Now these other 8 elemental hero cards is mostly good for like the elemental hero Neos, which is more for the elemental hero Neos and Neospacians, which that's actually pretty cool, but you know, a little more on the elemental hero Neo size, you know. So yes, so we got a normal spell card right here. Now these 8 hero cards is going to be coming out in the set called Power of the Elements in the OCG on April 23rd, 2022, and we should get these cards in the TCG in the next couple of months. Now, there's no announcement of when these cards are coming out in TCG, but, you know, if there's any announcement, I'll let you guys know. But yes, so this first card we got is a normal spell. It's called Engage Neospace, and its effect reads, you can only activate 1 card with this card's name per turn. You cannot special summon monsters from the extra at the turn you activate this card, except fusion monsters. And this effect says, send 1 Neospacian monster and 1 elemental hero monster you control to the graveyard, 1 from your hand and 1 from your deck. Special summon 1 Neospacian monster or a level 5 or higher elemental hero monster from your deck. If it is a elemental hero Neos, it gains 1,000 attack. And if you do, add 1 polymerization from your deck or graveyard to it. Okay, not bad about the, not bad. Yeah, I thought this card's pretty good. You know, sending a Neospace monster and 1 elemental monster to the graveyard, but adds 1 of them to the hand, 1 of them to the deck, and then special summon like either a Neospace or a level 5 or higher elemental, which mostly your elemental Neos, and then if it is elemental Neos, you special summon with this effect, it gains 1,000 attack, and then you could add a polymerization from your deck or graveyard. So it's pretty good. Like I said, these cards are mostly good for like the elemental hero Neos stuff. Not more to the Neos, but just more to the elemental hero Neos. So that's pretty good, you know. And not to mention, you get to search for polymerization after summon out. Then you can go to your fusion place and stuff if you want to. And then once you, and of course, elemental hero Neos, you know, there's no one with 2,500 attack. Plus it gains 1,000 with this. If you special summon with this effect, and now attack becomes 3,500, which is pretty good as well. So not bad of a spell card. All right, guys. So the next one we got a fusion monster. It's called Elemental Hero Shining Neos Wingman, and I gotta say I love this artwork of this card. It's pretty cool. So Elemental Hero Shining Neos Wingman, level 8, light attribute, warrior fusion effect monster, and of course it's fusion materials require elemental hero Neos plus 1 wingman fusion monster. Okay. So, and it says must be fusion summoned. You can only use the first effect of this card's name once per turn. And the first effect says if this card is special summoned, you can destroy cards your opponent control up to the number of different attributes of the field. Second effect, this card gains 300 attack for each monster in your graveyard. Cannot be destroyed by effects. Third effect says this card is destroyed by, if this card destroys a monster by battle, inflict damage to your opponent equal to destroying monster's original attack point. Alright, so that's actually pretty cool, you know. Inflicting damage to your opponent is pretty good. Cannot be destroyed by effects, and of course against 300 attack for each monster grade, that's pretty good. A beat, stake, and a protection. The first effect, you know, it's pretty cool. Special summon to destroy up to cards up to the numbers of different attributes on the field. So, you know, destroying all monster destructors, you know, destroying all the cards and stuff up to the monsters with different attributes. That is actually pretty good as well. And of course, that's a hard one, but it's still pretty good. Now, the fusion materials, you know, it does require Neos and of course a wingman fusion monster. And we know there's the wingman fusion monsters that I know, you know, that we have is the elemental hero Flare Wingman and the elemental hero Shining Flame Wingman. I think there's like some, I don't know if there's like other wingman. The only ones I know is the Flare Wingman and the Shining Flame Wingman that you could use as fusion material to summon this card out. So pretty good effect, no doubt, and I like the effect of this card. Really, really good. Alright, so the next card we got here, guys, got a monster, and of course it's called Crosskeeper. So Crosskeeper is a level 2 dark attribute warrior effect monster, and its effect reads, you can only use the first and second effect of this card's name once per turn. First effect says, you can send this card from your hand or field to the graveyard, special summon 1 elemental hero or Neospace monster from your hand to the graveyard. But if you special summon it from the graveyard, its effect is negated. Second effect, if you special summon an elemental hero fusion monster while this card is in your graveyard, you can manage this card to draw 2 cards, then place 1 card from your hand to the bottom of the deck. Okay, so that's actually pretty cool. So the first effect, you know, special summoning an elemental hero or Neospace from your hand or graveyard. But if you special summon it from graveyard, this effect is negated. But if you have it in your hand, you know, you can use the effect and stuff. So, but it's still pretty good, you know, summon it and then go for your fusion, place and combos and stuff. Second effect, pretty good as well, you know. If you have like an elemental fusion monster, this card, while this card's in the graveyard, banish this card from the graveyard, draw 2 cards, and then you can place 1 card from your hand to the bottom of the deck, which is pretty cool. So it's like a pot of grease. Pretty cool. I like it. Crosskeeper's pretty good. And the next card we got another effect monster. We got Elemental Hero Spirit of Neos. Ooh, okay. And I love this artwork too. So Elemental Hero Spirit of Neos is level 7 light attribute warrior effect monster, and its effect reads, you can only use the first, second, and third effect of this card's name each once per turn. First effect, when your opponent's monster declares an attack, you can special summon this card from your hand in defense position, and if you do, it cannot be destroyed by battle. Second effect, if this card is special summoned, you can add 1 spell tracker that mentions a hero monster's name or 1 polymerization from your deck to your hand. Third effect, during your main phase, you can shuffle this card into the deck And if you do, special summon one elemental hero normal monster from your deck. Okay, so that's actually pretty good. I like that. So it helps you go for your fusion plays and, you know, search for a spell trap that mentions a hero or polymerization stuff. And then the effect during your main phase, you know, shuffle this card into the deck and then special summon an elemental hero normal monster, mostly your elemental Neos. That's pretty cool. And I like the first effect when you know opponents declare the special card for you in defense position and it cannot be destroyed by battle. So that's actually pretty cool as well. I love this card. Alright guys, so the next card we got is a normal trap card, and it's called Favorite Contact, and this is a really nice artwork too. So Favorite Contact is a normal trap card, and the effect reads, you can only activate one card of this card's name effect once per turn. So its first effect says, special summon one fusion monster from your extra deck that lists a hero monster as materials by placing the material listed onto the bottom deck in any order from the among the cards in your hand or on your field, in your graveyard, and slash up your face-up banished cards, ignoring the summoning condition. And if you place the elemental hero Neos, the summoning monster cannot be returned to the extra deck. Oh, wow. That's actually pretty good. I love this card. This card is actually pretty good. Wow. This is a really good normal strat card. Like, special summoning a fusion monster that's a hero, and then shuffle, and then, place the materials listed on the bottom of the deck in any order, among the cards that is in your hand, or on the field, or in the graveyard, or face-up banished cards, and then you can ignore the summoning condition of the future monster you're going to summon, and then if you place an elemental hero Neos, the summoning monster cannot be returned to the extra. That's actually pretty good, especially when you have the elemental hero Neos fusion monster that has, like, because there's like some of them that has effects where they return to the extra deck during the end phase. But with this, if you use this card and then shuffle the placed elemental heroes Neos into the bottom of your deck and stuff, it cannot return to the extra deck at all. So that's actually really good. This is actually really good because I remember before when we used to summon like elemental hero Neos cards, we used to play cards like the field spell Neospace and the equip spell instantly to prevent them from returning to the extra deck. But with this card, you don't have to return to the extra. That's actually really good. I love this effect. Definitely play like 3 of these favorite content. It's pretty cool. Alright guys, next one we got another spell card. This is a quick play spell. It's called Fusion Xyz. So Fusion Xyz is a quick play spell. You can only, and its effect reads, you can only activate one of this card's name per turn. And the first part says, target one face-up monster on the field, reveal one elemental hero monster and one Neospace monster or a level 10 monster from your hand, deck, or extra deck. And if you use the targeting monster as a feature material this turn, you can treat its name as the reveal monsters. Also, if you have an elemental hero Neos on your field and slash or graveyard, send the reveal monster to the graveyard. Otherwise, if it was revealed from your hand, shuffle it into the deck. Okay, that's pretty interesting. Just for like, reveal, talking to face a monster in the field, could be anyone, reveal an elemental hero. So it's pretty good for like if you want to go for your, fusion plates and stuff, and of course, if you use the targeted monster fusion material this turn, it can be treated as a reveal monster also. So that's pretty cool as well. And of course, if you have like elemental hero Neos in your field or in your graveyard, send a reveal into the graveyard. Otherwise, if it was revealed in your hand, show it to that. So it's pretty cool. And the next one we got is EN Waves. So N Wave is a continuous spell card, and its effect reads, you can use the first and second effect of this card's name once per turn. First effect says, if your elemental hero monster is used as a material for a future summon and sent to the graveyard or banished, special summon one Neospace or one elemental hero Neos from your deck. Second effect says, if a Neospace monster and slash or elemental hero Neos is shuffled from your field and slash or graveyard from your deck and slash or extra deck, you can special one elemental hero monster from your graveyard. Okay, this is a really good continuous spell card. If you use an elemental hero, use a fusion material, and if it gets like banished or sent to the graveyard, special summon, either a Neospace or one elemental hero Neos from your deck. That's pretty good. And then I like the second effect, especially at the effect where you special one elemental hero monster from the graveyard, if Neospace monsters or elemental Neos to shuffle from the field or into your deck or extra deck, especially when you play like the Elemental Hero Neos fusion monster that shuffle like during the infants and stuff. Well, some of them, so it's pretty cool. And the last card we got for this review, guys, this is a normal spell card. It's called Instant Contact. Instant Contact, normal spell card. Its effect reads: you can only activate one of these cards per turn. First effect says pay 1,000 life points for someone at level 7 or lower. Elemental Hero or Neospace here monster from the extra deck. Ignore some of the condition. But if you do not have Elemental Hero Neos on your field or in your graveyard, the summoning monster cannot attack. Its effect is negated. Also return to the extra during the infinite. That is actually really good. So this is an instant fusion. It's an instant fusion effect for the Elemental Hero Neos. And if you have if you don't have Elemental Hero Neos on your field or in your graveyard, that fusion monster cannot attack. That's actually pretty cool. So if you have Neos on your field or your deck, and then you activate this card, pay it down, summon out your Elemental Hero or Neospace monster from the extra deck. Not only you can ignore some of these condition, but also it can attack and the effect will not be negated, and it cannot return to the extra during the end phase if you have Neos on your field or your graveyard. That's actually really good. I love this card. Instant Contact is a really good spell card. It's an instant fusion for the Elemental Hero Neos. And it's actually better. It's really, really good. I like this card. And I love that artwork too. So yeah, guys, that's going to be it for this video, guys. Hope you guys enjoyed my discussion video talking about the new hero support. Like I said, the first one that I showed you, that was more for like the Elemental Hero version. And the other 8 cards, this is more for like the Elemental Hero Neos. But overall, I do love this new support, all of them, and they're really good because, you know, I'm a hero fan. I love heroes, you know. But that's going to be it for this video, guys. Don't forget to like this video, share, subscribe, and post a comment in the comment section below. Tell me what you think about the new hero support. That's going to be it for this video, guys. So this is the Domingo Hero Network. All I can say is take care, have a good day, goodbye, everyone, and the Domingo Hero Network is signing out. Peace.